YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Al here, and today was a phenomenal day in the market. Number one, yesterday, I'm gonna be honest, I did not trade. The market was just, it wasn't like what I like to trade in, man. You know, the market was consolidating pretty much all day. It did move down, which obviously our strategy was able to pinpoint, but my best piece of advice is to not trade when the market's moving like that. You know, we don't want to be in a market that's consolidating and going back and forth. You know, our strategy works either way. Like, it showed us that it was moving down, but it just, I don't want to do it, you know, because it can flop at you at any moment, you know, and that's what's beautiful about our strategy is, you know, we know where it's going, but only with confluence, you know, and there was not too much confluence for me yesterday, so that's why I didn't get a video, why you guys didn't get a video yesterday. Today was amazing. Did suck at first. The morning was very slow. I want to show you guys what happened today. Today was a $3,000 day, and I can't even explain to you like the emotions that was going through my head. You know, just realizing that the Lord has given me a skill, you know, that's crafted throughout so much time now. You know, so many losses. You know, and just hurting after hurting after hurting, and he's taught me something that's working, you know, and it's just amazing to see, I guess, you know, and all glory to Jesus, and you know, include him on your trades, include him in what you're doing, because he wants us to win, he wants us to be successful, and you know, I would not be here without him, you know, learning, even just learning this, it came out of nowhere, dude, you know what I mean? So if you are new here, give it to God, number one. Number two, I'm gonna show you guys well, I can't show you the strategy. I already made 100 other videos showing the strategy, but I do trade the 15-minute orb strategy. I'll go a little bit and tell you what I do. So I start at 9:30 in the morning. We have a 15-minute candle here. As you guys can see, this is on NinjaTrader, great app to use. And we have a high and a low of that 15-minute candle. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a high and a low. And as you guys can see, this is a high, low. So we set lines on those highs and lows. And what we're looking for with the strategy is we're looking for a closure underneath the lower low, or a closure above the higher high on the 5-minute. Okay, so that's how we make our trades, right? And again, this is with confluence. This is with you know, understanding that the market can flop at you at any moment, and being able to get out of that trade before it gets too late, or not even taking a trade like yesterday, right? Or I was like, I'm not taking a trade, there's no point. I'm not gonna sit here and deal with consolidation for 5 hours, you know, just to barely move. I'm all set. Today was great though, after like, I think it was like 11. But yeah, so we see right here, there's a complete closure. I'm sitting here, right? I see the closure. This was too green for me. I always tell you guys, after that closure, we're looking for, you know, to see what happens within the next 3 or 4 minutes in this 5-minute candle right here, right? We're looking to see what happens, and I didn't see what I liked. You know what I mean? I didn't see that it was continuously heading down, and so I didn't jump in. I would have normally jumped in for a put if it had kept crashing down, because that would have been a perfect entry, right? So I waited, and I saw right here, there was still this was just consolidation, bro, for like an hour. It was probably like an hour and a half, I don't even know. I then ended up jumping in, if I remember right, it was right here, because we had seen that it was complete closure on the 5-minute underneath the low, right? So this is the low we set. This is where it came down to originally, right? We had seen a 5-minute closure under that, and that's key for me, that the market wants to head down for the day, you know? So I entered here, saw, obviously you guys see, I put my stop loss up here. So it did not hit my stop loss, and I kept going and going and going and going and going. And I actually ended up getting out, if I remember right, it was at 630, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a lot of money today. It was like over 3 grand, something on both accounts. Obviously, I enter in a different time. One thing I do want to do is somehow combine more accounts into one, because like, you know, you could do that with Top Step, you could do that with NinjaTrader. I do it with 2 different accounts, so it's kind of hard when I'm sitting there with 2 different computers, buy, you know what I mean, sell. So that's something I got to work on. Again, I'm not perfect either, but I'm just ecstatic, man. I'm ecstatic, and you know, I'm not a guru. I'm not like a special trader. I'm not really that smart, to be honest with you, man. Like, I just dedicated you know, over a year and prayed for a year straight. And I'm serious when I tell you this, guys. Like, I prayed for a year straight for a strategy that consistently would work, you know, and God answered me. You know, today I told him, I was like, I couldn't do this without you. You know, like, I can't. You know, I literally can't. This stuff is stressful, man. Anyone who tells you the stock market's like an easy thing, or, you know, they go and do it for 10 minutes and they're out for the day, like, it's just, it's a process, man. You know, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win, and eventually things are just gonna start to click in your head, and things are gonna start to make more sense, you know. And one thing I recommend to really look for, right, is those higher time frames. Like I tell you guys, right, so that 15-minute, we're looking for the 5-minute closure. And what I always tell you guys is to always check that day in the 4 hour, right? Because those things matter, right? So if the day, I'm getting a call, oopsies. But if the day is heading downwards and the 4 hour is heading downwards, why are we taking bullish trades unless there's a reversal? You know, if we see a 15-minute reversal candle on top of like, you know, a fair value gap or something, that's great. You know, maybe then we'll go for reversal, right? But chase the trend. You know what I mean? So like, I tell you guys every day, right? We saw the closure. We're probably going to be heading down. The market's not going to randomly just boom, you know, and if it does, you get stomped out, you head in for a buy, right? So that's kind of how I trade. You know, if I see that like, oh, like things are not going the way I think they're going and we're seeing a flow reversal now, we're going to switch up and we're going to go for a buy instead. And most of the time it does work. So, I hope this video helped you, man. I'm in a shock. I don't even know how to respond to the wins I had today on these accounts. It's just amazing seeing progress, you know, through the Lord and just having faith through this whole process. And I wish I could explain to you guys the feeling of what it feels to, you know, to finally get these big wins you've always wanted, you know, and you can do it too. You know, you can only do it through God. I promise you, man. You know, give it to Him, and your confidence goes up when you realize that God is leading your day. You know, God is leading your trade. God is leading who you are. You know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.